Have you ever looked at your expensive jar of collagen powder and wondered if it is actually doing anything at all? What if I told you that you are essentially flushing your hard-earned money right down the drain? Welcome to the channel. Today, we are going to completely shatter the biggest illusion in the modern beauty and wellness industry. I am going to show you exactly why swallowing animal peptides does not give you youthful skin. But do not worry, I am not just here to ruin your morning coffee routine. I am going to introduce you to a miraculous natural plant. A plant that science has proven can boost your body's own natural collagen production by up to 3 times. Yes, you heard that right. 3 times the natural production without a single animal product involved. It sounds like a paradox, does it not? We have been brainwashed into believing that to get collagen, we must eat collagen. But by the end of this video, you will know a secret that the multi-billion-dollar supplement industry desperately wants to keep hidden from you. Tell me right now in the comments, how much money do you think you have spent on collagen products in the last year? Be honest. Now, let us dive into the truth. To truly understand why this plant is a total game changer, we have to look back at how this whole collagen craze started in the first place. A few years ago, the wellness world exploded with a simple, seductive idea. As we age, our bodies stop making as much collagen, which is the glue that holds our skin, hair, and joints together. The proposed solution seemed incredibly logical. Just eat more of it. Suddenly, bone broth became a luxury beverage. Then came the processed powders, the pills, and the glowing marketing campaigns promising eternal youth in a scoop. Celebrities and influencers jumped on board, making it a multi-billion-dollar empire practically overnight. But here is the critical piece of background context they left out of those glossy advertisements. Your body is not a simple machine where you put skin in and get skin out. Human digestion is a brutal, acidic process designed to break things down to their absolute basic components. For decades, traditional herbalists in Asia had a completely different approach. They did not try to eat the glue. They used specific herbs to tell the body to manufacture its own glue. And modern science is finally catching up to what those ancient healers knew all along. Let us break down exactly what happens when you swallow that expensive scoop of collagen peptides. Imagine your body's collagen structure as a massive, beautifully built brick wall. When you eat a collagen supplement, you are essentially swallowing a chunk of someone else's brick wall, usually from a cow or a fish. But your stomach is like a demolition zone. Your stomach acid and digestive enzymes completely obliterate that wall. They smash it down into individual, tiny bricks called amino acids. At this point, your body has a giant pile of raw materials. But here is the massive catch that nobody talks about. Your body has zero obligation to rebuild that wall on your face to smooth out your wrinkles. It might use those amino acids to repair a tiny scratch in your intestine, or to build a muscle in your toe, or to create important enzymes for your liver. You have absolutely no control over where those broken down pieces go. This completely debunks the myth of targeted collagen therapy through eating powders. It is like mailing a box of bricks to a random address and hoping a house magically builds itself exactly where you want it. It just does not work that way. Now, let us introduce the real hero of our story. We are talking about a remarkable little green plant known as Centella asiatica, though it is more famously called gotu kola or tiger grass. This is not some trendy new chemical invented in a laboratory last week. This plant has been growing in the wetlands of Asia for thousands of years. It has these beautiful, fan-shaped green leaves that look almost like tiny lily pads. But do not let its delicate appearance fool you. This plant is a biological powerhouse. Unlike animal collagen, which relies on the impossible hope that your digestion will reassemble it in your skin, tiger grass takes a completely different, scientifically sound approach. It does not contain any collagen itself. Instead, it contains powerful active compounds that travel directly to your cellular factories. It is essentially a biological messenger. It knocks on the door of your skin cells and shouts at them to wake up and start working again. By utilizing this plant, you are fixing the root cause of the problem, which is your body's lazy manufacturing process, rather than just throwing random raw materials at a broken machine. The history behind the name tiger grass is actually a fantastic illustration of how powerful this plant is. Centuries ago, local hunters and farmers in Asia noticed something incredible. When wild, majestic Bengal tigers were injured in fierce territorial battles, they would seek out specific patches of wild vegetation. They would roll around in this specific green plant, crushing the leaves against their deep, open wounds. The locals observed that the tigers who rolled in this grass healed incredibly fast, without terrible scars or infections. They realized that if it could knit a tiger's skin back together after a brutal fight, it might do wonders for human skin. This is the ultimate raw example of tissue regeneration in nature. The tigers were not eating collagen supplements to heal their skin. They were using nature's own collagen stimulant. This historical observation led to hundreds of years of use in traditional medicine for wound healing, burns, and severe skin conditions. It is a perfect example of ancient wisdom pointing us directly toward a modern scientific breakthrough. And yes, it is entirely effective for those stubborn fine lines on your forehead, too. To understand how tiger grass works, we need to talk about the unsung heroes living inside your skin right now. They are called fibroblasts. I want you to imagine fibroblasts as tiny little factory workers wearing hard hats, living deep inside the lower layers of your skin. Their only job, all day long, is to manufacture fresh collagen and elastin. When you are 20 years old, your factory workers are highly motivated. They work overtime, producing massive amounts of high-quality collagen, which is why young skin is so plump, firm, and bouncy. But as you hit your 30s, 40s, and beyond, those factory workers get tired. They slow down. They start taking long breaks. Production drops drastically. This is the exact moment when you start seeing your skin sag and wrinkles begin to form. Swallowing animal peptides is just dropping raw materials outside a closed factory. It does nothing if the workers are asleep. You need something to wake the workers up, turn the machines back on, and get the assembly line moving again. This is the fundamental difference between passive nutrition and active cellular stimulation. So, how exactly does this plant wake up your sleepy factory workers? The secret lies in specific, highly active chemical compounds hidden inside the leaves of the tiger grass. These compounds are called triterpenoids. Do not worry about remembering that big scientific word. Just think of them as the managers of your cellular factory. When you introduce these triterpenoid compounds to your system, they dive deep into the skin layers and directly interact with your fibroblasts. They literally bind to the cell receptors and flip a genetic switch. It is a biological alarm clock. Studies have shown that when fibroblasts are exposed to these specific plant extracts, their activity levels skyrocket. They stop resting and immediately begin spinning fresh, high-quality collagen fibers. This completely shatters the myth that you need animal products to maintain youthful skin. Plants have evolved highly complex chemical signals that can perfectly interface with human biology. You are essentially using a plant-based software update to reboot your body's natural anti-aging hardware. Now we get to the most exciting part, the actual numbers. You might be wondering, just how effective is this natural stimulation compared to doing nothing? Clinical studies conducted by dermatologists and scientists have produced jaw-dropping results. When they isolated the active compounds in tiger grass and applied them to human skin cells in a controlled environment, they did not just see a tiny improvement. They documented an increase in natural collagen production by up to 3 times the normal rate. Let me repeat that because it is crucial. 3 times the natural collagen synthesis. That is a 300% increase in your body doing exactly what it is supposed to do. Imagine if you could make your bank account grow 3 times faster just by giving it the right instructions. That is what this plant does for your skin's structural integrity. It is not adding temporary fillers that will wash away. It is forcing your body to build a permanent, stronger foundation from the inside out. This kind of scientifically measured multiplier effect makes traditional collagen powders look absolutely primitive in comparison. Let us talk about bioavailability, because this is where the supplement industry really tricks consumers. Bioavailability simply means how much of a substance actually makes it into your system to do its job. We already know that swallowing huge animal collagen molecules results in terrible bioavailability because of stomach acid. It is like trying to shove a giant sofa through a tiny keyhole. It just does not work unless you chop it into a million pieces first. The compounds in tiger grass, however, are completely different. Because they are specific active plant molecules rather than massive structural proteins, they have incredible bioavailability. When properly extracted, your body recognizes these plant molecules instantly. They easily pass through cellular barriers, whether you are taking them internally as a high-quality liquid extract or applying a concentrated serum directly to your skin. The keyhole is perfectly sized for the key. This means that almost every single drop you use is actually going to work, rather than ending up as very expensive waste in your bathroom. It is a masterclass in biological efficiency. There is a dark side to traditional collagen supplements that we must bring to the light. We need to talk about where those animal peptides actually come from. Most commercial collagen is sourced from the connective tissues, bones, and hides of factory-farmed cows, or the scales and bones of commercially farmed fish. Because these parts of the animal are essentially the body's filter system, they often accumulate dangerous toxins over the animal's lifetime. Independent testing has repeatedly found terrifying levels of heavy metals in popular collagen powders. We are talking about lead, mercury, and arsenic hiding in your daily beauty drink. Heavy metals actually destroy your skin and accelerate the aging process by causing massive oxidative stress. It is incredibly ironic. People are drinking a product to look younger, but they are secretly ingesting toxins that make them age faster and damage their neurological health. By switching to a pure, plant-based stimulant like tiger grass, you completely eliminate this risk. You are getting the anti-aging benefits without playing Russian roulette with toxic heavy metals. Another massive advantage of this plant-based approach is the environmental impact. The traditional collagen industry is incredibly destructive. It relies entirely on massive industrial animal agriculture, which is a leading cause of deforestation, water pollution, and greenhouse gas emissions. Taking marine collagen is not much better, as it contributes to the severe overfishing and destruction of our delicate ocean ecosystems. It takes an enormous amount of resources to raise a cow just to boil its bones down to a white powder. On the other hand, Centella asiatica is a simple, resilient herb that grows easily in wet, tropical environments. It requires a fraction of the water, no cruel animal farming, and leaves a tiny carbon footprint. You do not have to destroy the planet to have beautiful, firm skin. It is entirely possible to achieve your anti-aging goals while being environmentally responsible. This is a brilliant illustration of how aligning our health choices with nature often yields much better, cleaner, and more sustainable results for our own bodies as well. So, how exactly should you use this miraculous plant to get that 3 times multiplier effect? You have 2 main pathways, and honestly, using both together is the ultimate strategy. The first way is topical application. Look for high-quality skincare serums or creams that list Centella asiatica, Gotu kola, or its isolated compounds like madecassoside near the very top of the ingredient list. When you apply this directly to clean skin, you are delivering that wake-up call straight to the local factory workers in your face. The second pathway is internal. You can consume it as a concentrated herbal tincture, a standardized extract capsule, or even a traditional brewed tea. When taken internally, it does not just help your facial skin. It circulates right through your bloodstream, stimulating collagen production in your joints, your blood vessels, and your internal organs. It is a total body rejuvenation process. But remember, always look for reputable, organic sources to ensure you are getting the active compounds and not just ground-up dead leaves. Now, I must share a crucial secret to making this plant work perfectly. Tiger grass is powerful, but it needs a sidekick to perform the actual construction. Think of the plant extract as the foreman shouting orders to build the wall. But the workers still need mortar to stick the bricks together. In your body, that essential mortar is vitamin C. Your fibroblasts physically cannot link amino acids together to form strong collagen fibers without an abundant supply of vitamin C. It is biologically impossible. If you are stimulating your cells with tiger grass, but you are deficient in vitamin C, your factory workers will just stand around looking confused. Therefore, it is absolutely vital that you pair this plant treatment with a diet rich in fresh citrus, bell peppers, berries, or a high-quality vitamin C supplement. This combination creates a perfect synergy. The plant provides the ultimate stimulation, and the vitamin provides the necessary chemical tool to finish the job. This dynamic duo will give you results that far exceed any expensive animal peptide powder. Let us set some realistic expectations about the timeline, because we need to debunk another massive industry lie. If a skincare company promises you instant collagen growth in 24 hours, they are lying to your face. True, biological tissue regeneration takes time. When you start using tiger grass extract, the cellular signals begin immediately. Your fibroblasts wake up on day one, but it takes time for them to spin those microscopic fibers and push them up through the layers of your skin to plump out a wrinkle. Typically, you need to commit to this process for at least 4 to 6 weeks to see the first visible signs of increased skin density and elasticity. By the 12-week mark, the results become undeniable. Your skin will feel thicker. Your joints may feel less creaky, and fine lines will visibly soften. It requires patience and consistency. You're not painting over a crack in a wall. You're slowly rebuilding the wall from the foundation up. True anti-aging is a marathon, not a sprint. We also have to address the lifestyle enemies that will actively sabotage your new collagen production. It does not matter how much you stimulate your fibroblasts if your daily habits are constantly tearing the new collagen down. The absolute biggest enemy is refined sugar. When you eat high amounts of sugar, the sugar molecules permanently attach themselves to your fresh collagen fibers in a process called glycation. This turns your beautiful, bouncy collagen into stiff, brittle structures that snap easily, leading to deep, permanent wrinkles. It is like pouring liquid concrete into a flexible rubber hose. It ruins the flexibility entirely. If you are serious about utilizing tiger grass to triple your natural production, you must drastically cut down on processed sugars. You cannot out-supplement a terrible diet. Think of the plant extract as taking one huge step forward. Eating a plate full of sugary donuts immediately takes 2 massive steps backward. Protect your investment by keeping your blood sugar stable. The second massive enemy of your new collagen is unprotected sun exposure. Ultraviolet rays from the sun are like microscopic laser beams that slice right through your skin and chop your healthy collagen fibers to pieces. You can spend months using Centella asiatica to rebuild your facial structure, But a single weekend of severe sunburn can destroy all that hard work. The radiation creates free radicals that act like tiny little Pac-Men, eating away at your skin's support matrix. Therefore, a high-quality, broad-spectrum sunscreen is an absolutely non-negotiable part of this routine. Applying tiger grass serum at night and skipping sunscreen in the morning is a recipe for total failure. It is the equivalent of paying workers to build a beautiful house all night and then hiring a bulldozer to smash it down every morning. Protect the new tissue you are growing. Combining natural plant stimulation with serious UV protection is the ultimate, undisputed secret to long-lasting youthful skin. Let us talk about a hidden, invisible killer of collagen that most people completely ignore: stress. Specifically, the chronic elevation of the stress hormone called cortisol. When you are constantly stressed out from work, lack of sleep, or life in general, your body pumps out cortisol to keep you in survival mode. High cortisol levels literally dissolve collagen in your skin and joints. It treats your tissue as an emergency energy source, breaking it down to fuel your stress response. This is exactly why people who go through incredibly stressful events seem to age 5 years in just a few months. Their collagen is melting away under the pressure of cortisol. Interestingly, tiger grass is known in traditional medicine as an adaptogen. This means it actually helps your nervous system regulate and calm down, gently lowering those harmful cortisol levels. So not only does it stimulate new growth, it actively helps protect against the stress hormone that wants to tear it down. It is a brilliant 2-for-1 biological defense mechanism. Let us quickly clarify a confusing term you might see in the beauty aisle. You will often see products labeled as vegan collagen. Let me be 100% clear. True collagen only exists in the animal kingdom. There is absolutely no such thing as a collagen molecule that comes from a plant, a vegetable, or a fruit. When a smart company sells a vegan collagen product, they are not selling you the actual protein. They are selling you a blend of plant extracts and vitamins designed to act as promoters, just like the tiger grass we are discussing. This is actually a good thing because, as we have established, promoting your own production is far superior to eating animal fragments. However, you must read the labels carefully. Make sure the vegan booster you are buying actually contains clinically proven stimulants like Centella asiatica, rather than just cheap fruit powders mixed with sugar. Do not get tricked by clever marketing. Always look for the active ingredients that do the heavy lifting. There is another amazing side effect of boosting your collagen with this plant that you will notice almost immediately. It has to do with hydration. Collagen fibers do not exist in a dry vacuum. They are surrounded by a gel-like substance called hyaluronic acid, which holds massive amounts of water. When your fibroblasts are stimulated by tiger grass to make more collagen, they also tend to pump out more of this hydrating gel. The result is that your skin does not just get firmer, it gets incredibly dewy and deeply moisturized from the inside out. Imagine a dry, shriveled sponge suddenly filling up with fresh water. That is what happens to your cellular matrix. People often mistake dry, dehydrated skin for premature aging. By restarting your internal factories, you are fixing both the structural integrity and the moisture barrier at the exact same time. This is why natural botanical stimulation always provides a more comprehensive, glowing result than single-ingredient synthetic fixes. Let us look at a real-world illustration of how this changes lives. Imagine a woman who spent the last 5 years spending over $100 a month on marine collagen powders. She mixed it into her smoothies every single day, enduring that slight fishy aftertaste, hoping her joint pain would stop and her wrinkles would fade. After 5 years and thousands of dollars, she saw almost zero difference. Then she switched her strategy. She stopped buying the animal powder. She started taking a high-quality Go-To Cola tincture daily and applying a simple serum containing medecasoside. Within 8 weeks, she noticed her skin bouncing back when she pinched it. Her makeup stopped settling into the fine lines around her eyes. Even her knees felt slightly more lubricated when she walked up the stairs. This is not magic. It is simple, applied biology. She finally stopped guessing with her digestion and started communicating directly with her cellular factories. That is the power of working with your body's natural intelligence instead of against it. When we talk about the financial aspect, the contrast becomes almost comical. The beauty industry relies on keeping you locked into expensive, recurring purchases. A high-end tub of collagen peptides can easily cost you $50 to $80, and it only lasts a few weeks. Over a year, you are spending nearly $1,000 on a product that your stomach acid is destroying. On the flip side, pure plant extracts like Centella asiatica are incredibly cost-effective. Because the plant grows abundantly and does not require complex industrial processing or animal raising, a high-quality extract or serum is usually a fraction of the cost. You can literally triple your biological results while cutting your financial spending in half. It is the ultimate life hack for your skin and joints. The giant supplement corporations do not want you to realize this, because if everyone switched to simple, effective plant stimulants, their massive profit margins would vanish overnight. You are taking back control of your health and your wallet. As we move into the future of health and anti-aging, the science is shifting away from passive consumption and moving rapidly towards active cellular communication. We are finally understanding that the human body is an incredibly capable machine that simply needs the correct instructions, not random spare parts. Tiger grass is leading this botanical revolution. By choosing to stimulate your own natural production, you are honoring your biology. You are building collagen that perfectly matches your own DNA, exactly where your body needs it most. You are avoiding toxic heavy metals, reducing environmental harm, and saving your hard-earned money. It is time to clear out those expensive, useless powders from your kitchen pantry. Step into the light of proven, plant-based cellular science. Your fibroblasts are waiting for their wake-up call. Give them the right plant, give them some vitamin C, protect them from the sun, and watch as your body performs its own natural miracle of regeneration. So, here is the incredible plot twist we have uncovered today. The very industry that promised you youth in a plastic tub has been selling you broken bricks, while the actual master builders were asleep inside your own skin. By swapping out those hyped-up animal peptides for a simple, ancient plant like tiger grass, you literally hack your biology to produce 3 times the natural collagen. It is cheaper, it is safer, it is scientifically proven, and it works with your body instead of just hoping for the best in your stomach. You now have the knowledge to take back your skincare routine and stop wasting your money on illusions. If this video opened your eyes and saved you from buying another useless tub of powder, please hit that subscribe button right now so we can keep bringing you the unvarnished truth about your health. Give this video a like to help spread the message, and I want to hear from you. What is the most ridiculous or expensive anti-aging trend you have ever tried? Drop your stories in the comments below. Let us have a laugh and let us discuss. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.